Good evening, class. My name is John Borman, and today I'm going to be discussing the Planning and Curriculum Pedagogy lecture, primarily looking at my ideal classroom setting for my boxing class and what curriculum and pedagogy looks like there. Before we begin, I'd like to highlight the USMA mission statement. The mission of the United States Military Academy is to educate, train, and inspire the Corps of Cadets so that each graduate is a commissioned leader of character committed to the values of duty, honor, and country. Nested within the USMA mission is a boxing class mission. We strive to do more than just make boxers out of these students. We want to lay the foundation of knowledge, skills, attitudes, and behavior to prepare the students to meet the demands of an active military lifestyle. We also want to contribute to the development of their personal qualities and moral behaviors. Within the boxing class, we have some core objectives. The key objective is the first one, developing in cadets coping strategies for physically and psychologically stressful situations. We want them to experience fear and be able to develop physical courage. We also seek to develop the warrior spirit known as warrior ethos, the self-confidence and the will to win. We do this through a contact combative experience. Our goal is to develop basic boxing skills with direct applications to unarmed combat. Our boxing class is 19 lessons spread out over 8 weeks, each lesson 50 minutes. This is a mandatory graduation requirement, meaning that the students must all take and pass boxing in order to graduate from West Point and commission in the United States Army. This past year, we have attempted to tie our curriculum to our combatives course. Our current classroom setup is seen in the picture. You have a raised boxing ring and a wall of mirrors. The mirrors are useful for the students to see themselves as they perform the tests and drills. However, in an ideal environment, I would propose adding the ability to capture video of the students as they go through these drills. I'd also like to record the instructors during their demonstrations and add some training aids that would help provide some embedded feedback as they go through their skills and drills. Some of the skills we teach in boxing go beyond the basics of just throwing punches. We teach them the safety aspect of boxing. We also teach them the jab, the cross, the hook, and the uppercut. We instruct them on the ability to score a bout while also giving them the duties and responsibilities of judging, the referee, and the cornerman. Ideally, they get some fear management skills and coping skills, but primarily we want them to be able to adhere to strict rules of engagement when they are placed in a stressful environment. All of our lessons in boxing follow the same basic pattern. When we teach a new skill, we always begin with an instructor demonstration at combat speed. We then break the skill down by the numbers. We have found that breaking it down in a simple to learn method allows quicker acquisition of the skill. Once we feel the students have the skill down, we move on to shadow boxing and spend some time in the mirror. Once they have it down pat in the mirror, we move to partner drills to work on defense and offense skills. Brown, Rudiger, and McDaniel wrote in Make It Stick that for learning to be effective, it must be hard. We do this through free sparring. We take away the element of predictability and add an element of uncertainty by allowing the cadets to free spar and generate their own drills. We follow it up with graded evaluations. The entire grade in boxing is generated by 5 graded evaluations. The first evaluation is the jab evaluation. That takes place on lesson 6. On the slide you can see the evaluation sheet. We use this for both the jab and the mid-course evaluations. We provide written feedback for the students based on what we see during their bouts. The bulk of the grade, 80% of the course grade, is generated by the final 3 graded bouts that take place on lesson 17, 18, and 19. On these lessons, the students are allowed to throw the jab, the cross, the hook, and the uppercut. However, on these final 3 bouts, we do not provide them written feedback. At the end of the course, we have the students all fill out a course end survey to see, from their perspective, if they achieve the course objectives. In order to really assess plebe boxing, I would recommend that we have some additional assessments within our curriculum. I would like to assess aggression with a pre- and a post-aggression survey to see if the students were able to increase, decrease, or manage their aggression throughout the course. I would also like to do a survey on fear management. From lesson 1 to lesson 19, How did they manage their fear in the ring? I would also like to see self-graded evaluations, allowing the student to provide their own grade based on how they felt they did during their graded bouts. I would also like to incorporate peer evaluations into the grading curriculum. Currently, we have the students judge each bout, but they do not get to assign a grade. I would be interested to see what their peers would assign grades. Here's the list of references I used for my presentation: Barone, Brown et al., Drake, and Jebb. Thank you.